In April of 1986, the people around the Chernobyl nuclear power plant began to experience a series of strange events revolving around sightings of a mysterious creature, described as a large, mutated man with large wings and glowing red eyes. People that witnessed the sightings experienced nightmares, threatening calls, and first-hand encounters with the mysterious creature, which became known as the Blackbird of Chernobyl. Reports of these strange happenings continued to increase until April 26, 1986. When Reactor 4 of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant suffered an explosion that resulted in a fire followed by a nuclear meltdown. The power plant is located near Pripyat, Ukraine, which was part of the Soviet Union at the time. The Chernobyl disaster created a huge radioactive fallout which drifted over parts of Western Soviet Union. Large areas of Ukraine, Belarus, and Russia were badly contaminated, resulting in the evacuation of over 336,000 people. The Chernobyl disaster is considered to be the worst accident ever in the history of nuclear power. To this day, the area around the Chernobyl disaster remains in dangerous levels of radiation. However, there are many animals that call that area home. It is uncertain what these high levels of radiation can do to these animals. Despite the disaster, the Chernobyl power plant kept 3 of the units operating for about 14 years after the disaster. It wasn't until the year 2000 that the last unit was finally shut down. Since 1986, there have been numerous reports of abnormal births from the animals in the radioactive areas surrounding the power plant. There have also been some abnormal births in humans, and countless health problems later in the years of the former residents. In the days leading up to the Chernobyl disaster, several of the workers in the control room claimed to have seen a creature to be known as the Blackbird of Chernobyl. Two men walk into an abandoned building near the shut-down power plant to rummage around for anything valuable. The area of the disaster is untouched, like a time capsule or ghost town. They find one thing that they're looking for, an almost empty bottle of vodka. He sniffs it to make sure it's nothing lethal, like gasoline. It's safe, it's just vodka. Both of them are by the window. They look down and see a figure on the ground just in front of the building. They watch the person in silence. It looks like somebody wearing a cape or a large jacket. They can't make out if it's an actual person or a tree stump because it is very still. This thing on the ground turns and opens its arms. Its arms are about twice the size of a normal man's. As it flies up towards them, they run out of the room. They run in the hall for a little bit, but then they stop to show that they're not afraid. They go down a flight of steps and walk down the hall. They hear footsteps at the end of the hallway. An old man emerges and asks them if they want to see a dead body. He tells the old man to get out of here. They now walk in the opposite direction, heading outside. Not long after being outside, they hear a strange sound above them. All of a sudden, something drops down from the sky. It's roughly about 6 feet tall, black and with feathers. The most notable features were its glowing red eyes. The creature spreads its wings. The wingspan must be over 6 feet. He raises his hand to threaten it. All that does is make the creature raise its wings higher. The Black Bird of Chernobyl is similar to the Mothman sightings. Both feature a creature around the same size, and with glowing red eyes. Both cases could just be the mistaken identity of Crane. But whether that's true or not, the sightings have died down.